It's the candy bar that has been satisfying cravings for decades, yet the process behind its creation remains a mystery to most. From its iconic caramel layer to the crunchy peanuts wrapped in smooth chocolate, Snickers has become a household name worldwide. But how does this beloved treat go from raw ingredients to the perfectly crafted bar we know and love? Behind the glossy packaging in the heart of state-of-the-art factories, an incredible process unfolds, one that blends speed, precision, and creativity. The journey of a Snickers bar isn't just about mixing ingredients, it's a masterclass in candy making. Let's uncover the secrets of how Snickers are made, step by step, with a precision that's almost as satisfying as the bar itself. Step 1. Preparing the peanuts. The first step in making a Snickers bar starts with one of the key ingredients, peanuts. But before they can be added to the candy, the peanuts undergo a detailed preparation process. Fresh, raw peanuts arrive at the factory in large batches, where they are carefully sorted to remove any broken or damaged nuts. Peanuts are known for their nutritional value and are a core part of what gives Snickers its signature taste. Once sorted, these peanuts are roasted to bring out their nutty flavor and give them that signature crispiness. Roasting is done at a very specific temperature to ensure that each peanut reaches the right level of crunch without becoming too overdone or underdone. The peanuts are then cooled rapidly to lock in that rich, roasted flavor and texture, ensuring they remain fresh and delicious. This meticulous roasting process is one of the reasons Snickers has that unbeatable, crunchy, nutty bite in every bar. After roasting, the peanuts are chopped into smaller pieces that will later be spread evenly across the nougat and caramel layers. It's essential that each peanut is cut into pieces of similar size, so each bar of Snickers has the same peanut to caramel ratio. Even the smallest variation can affect the overall texture and consistency of the candy bar. Step 2. Making the nougat layer. Next up, it's time to create one of the most crucial layers of the Snickers bar, the nougat. Nougat is a soft, chewy treat that gives the candy its delightful texture, and making it requires a combination of sugar, corn syrup, and egg whites. Nougat itself has a rich history dating back centuries, but the Snickers version is modernized for mass production. With a particular focus on consistency. The process begins by heating sugar and corn syrup in a large industrial vat. These ingredients are blended to create a thick, sticky liquid that's both sweet and smooth. This syrup forms the base of the nougat and will eventually provide the chewy texture for the entire candy. Once this base is ready, egg whites are whipped to perfection, turning them into a fluffy, airy texture that will help the nougat hold its shape. The whipped egg whites are carefully folded into the sugar and corn syrup mixture, and this delicate balance between the two gives the nougat its signature softness. Once combined, the nougat mixture is poured into a mold and cooled to set. This step is key because the nougat must hold its shape but still remain soft enough to give a satisfying chew. The cooling process can take several hours, during which time the nougat solidifies into a dense, chewy layer that will support the caramel and peanuts above it. This thick, sticky nougat layer is essential for providing that perfect combination of soft and chewy texture, making Snickers bars uniquely satisfying. Step 3. Crafting the caramel. A Snickers bar wouldn't be complete without its signature gooey caramel layer. The creation of this caramel is an art in itself, and it plays a significant role in the candy's overall texture. The caramel mixture starts with sugar, corn syrup, and a touch of water. These ingredients are carefully blended in large mixing tanks before being heated to create a thick syrup. As the syrup begins to boil, the addition of butter and milk takes place, creating a smooth, creamy base that gives the caramel its characteristic gooey texture. The caramel is stirred constantly to ensure it doesn't burn, and the temperature is closely monitored to keep it from becoming too hard or too soft. If the caramel is too runny, it will make the bar messy. If it's too thick, it won't have the chewy consistency that defines Snickers. Once the caramel reaches the perfect consistency, it's poured over the nougat base, where it spreads evenly across the surface. The next part of the process is incredibly important: cooling. The caramel needs to set properly before the next layer can be added. But it's not just about the caramel's consistency. Its flavor is also carefully developed to strike the perfect balance between sweetness and richness. When done right, the caramel perfectly complements the crunch of the peanuts and the soft chewiness of the nougat, blending everything together into a harmonious whole. This layer's richness is key to the appeal of Snickers, adding that delightful chew that many people love. Step 4. Layering the peanuts. This is where the magic really happens. Once the caramel has been laid down, the roasted peanuts are carefully added on top of it. These peanuts are not just sprinkled randomly. Each one is placed in a precise pattern to ensure that every single Snickers bar gets the same amount of peanuts, guaranteeing consistency in every bite. The peanuts are gently pressed into the caramel layer, allowing them to stick in place as the bar moves through the production line. This step is essential for the final crunch, and it's the reason Snickers bars are so satisfying to eat. The roasted peanuts add texture, flavor, and that unmistakable nutty crunch that complements the smooth caramel and chewy nougat. At this point, the peanuts not only enhance the taste, but they also play an important role in the structural integrity of the candy. They help hold the caramel in place, preventing it from flowing or sliding off. This step is crucial because it ensures that each Snickers bar, no matter where or when it's made, tastes just as good as the last. As the peanuts are perfectly arranged, the bar moves on to the next stage of production. Step 5. Enrobing in chocolate. Here's the step where Snickers gets its iconic finish: the chocolate coating. A mixture of milk chocolate and cocoa is heated to a smooth, flowing consistency before being pumped through machines known as enrobing stations. This smooth chocolate bath allows the candy bars to glide through and get a completely even coating. The enrobing process is done with great precision, as the chocolate must be evenly spread across the entire bar without making a mess or causing drips. This part of the production is quick, with the candy moving along a conveyor belt through a coating area that applies a thick layer of rich, glossy milk chocolate. After the chocolate has been evenly coated, the bars pass through a cooling tunnel where the chocolate solidifies. The cooling process is essential because it ensures that the chocolate hardens to the right texture, smooth and glossy without becoming too brittle. Once the chocolate has cooled, it forms a protective layer around the nougat, caramel, and peanuts, locking all the delicious layers together. It's this final chocolate coating that gives Snickers its distinctive flavor and texture, adding a creamy, melt-in-your-mouth experience that pairs perfectly with the other ingredients. Step 6. Cooling and setting. After the chocolate coating is applied, the freshly made Snickers bars move onto a cooling conveyor belt. Here, the temperature is carefully controlled to ensure that the chocolate hardens perfectly, while also allowing the caramel to set to its chewy, gooey state. The cooling process is essential because it locks in the texture and ensures that each Snickers bar has the right balance of firmness and chewiness. As the bars move through the cooling tunnels, the chocolate is solidifying and the caramel is becoming firm, but still soft enough to provide that irresistible stretch. The cooling stage also ensures that the bars are stable enough to be cut and packaged without breaking. The bars pass through a series of cooling tunnels that regulate the temperature to create the perfect candy texture. Cooling times vary depending on the size and thickness of the bars, but this stage is essential for ensuring that the finished product will have a satisfying snap when bitten into without being too hard. This step is a delicate balance. Cooling too quickly can cause the chocolate to crack, while cooling too slowly can affect the texture of the caramel. Step 7. Cutting and shaping. Before Snickers can be packaged, each candy bar must be cut and shaped into its familiar form. The cooling process ensures that the Snickers bars are firm enough to be sliced without falling apart. Automated machines carefully cut the long sheets of Snickers into perfect rectangular bars, ensuring consistency in size and shape. These machines use sharp, high-precision blades to slice the bars into perfect portions, so every Snickers bar weighs the same and has the same dimensions. The bars are then trimmed to remove any excess chocolate or caramel that may have spilled over during the enrobing process. This ensures that the bars are neat and tidy with no messy edges. After cutting, each bar is examined for defects. The quality control team checks the bars for uniformity in shape, size, and texture to ensure the candy meets the high standards set by Snickers. This part of the process helps prevent any mistakes from reaching the packaging stage and guarantees that each bar is as perfect as the last. Step 8. Packaging and quality control. After all the hard work of creating the perfect Snickers bar, the final step is packaging. This part of the process is crucial because it ensures that the bars are protected during transit and remain fresh until they reach the shelves. The Snickers bars are placed into individual wrappers, and a team of machines ensures that the wrappers are tightly sealed to prevent air or moisture from getting in. The packaging is also designed to keep the chocolate from melting, ensuring that the bars stay in perfect condition. Each bar is carefully sealed in a protective film to preserve freshness and flavor. Once wrapped, the bars are placed in larger boxes for transport, where they are again inspected for quality and accuracy. Before they are shipped out, each batch of Snickers bars is tested for quality. Samples are pulled from the production line and examined for consistency, taste, and texture. If the bars pass this final quality check, from peanuts to packaging, the journey of a Snickers bar is nothing short of a fascinating process that blends science, art, and craftsmanship. The next time you bite into one of these delicious bars, you'll have a deeper appreciation for the precise and meticulous work that goes into creating each one. It's not just about throwing a bunch of ingredients together, it's about ensuring that every step is done with care to create that perfect blend of flavor and texture. So the next time you unwrap a Snickers, remember that it's the result of a carefully honed process that brings you the satisfying, irresistible candy bar we've all come to love.